How's everyone doing? As we approach our last few boxes of Throne of Eldraine, I know people just mostly like to listen to the conversation while we crack some packs. And this is it, folks. Home stretch. We are down to the last couple videos of Throne before it gets retired off the channel. Similar to Core 19, Core 20, War. And it kind of just goes and fades off into the sunset. So today, as we crack some packs for my patron, Ryan Y. Ryan has been an extraordinarily patient patron, and I'm waiting for his video here. And good luck, Ryan. I know the world's in a crazy place right now, so let's just hopefully this box opening's decent and you just don't get completely crushed in the face with like 0 mythics or something completely terrible. Going home and sleeping with the beast over here. So let's talk about what's happening. Looks like all the products now in the last 6 months and the next 6 months are going to be products of the recession. Boom, nice Royal Scions, Mythic #1. So that's looks like we are heading to an 08 type situation, possibly worse. And it looks like that all the Magic products right now are going to be recessionary Magic sets. So it looks like that's where we're headed right now. Friendly reminder, everybody, historically, Magic sales do drop quite a bit during a recession, and things get quite a little bumpy. Love that owl, beautiful artwork. But it also means print runs will be a lot lower for standard products and products out right now. So that's going to be kind of interesting. So you got to kind of put it all together. It makes you wonder where this is going to level out. Boom! Once upon a time. Very nice. And, you got to kind of check on your own situation, your own family, before you consider investing in anything. Stocks, bonds, real estate, Magic, commodities, currency, whatever your poison is, make sure that your situation is ready to handle the turbulence that is headed our way, everybody. This is not going to be an overnight thing. Things are not just going to turn around and get better in the next 7 days. We are in for some bumpy times, and everybody needs to be mentally on board and ready for it. We got a Paragon? Really? The Blacklands Paragon? It's not the greatest foil rare at all. If, once you kind of discuss that with your friends and family, make sure everybody's ready to hunker down and survive this. It almost reminds me of like in Florida, we get the hurricanes. Where everybody kind of ends up like loading up and kind of bunkering down for a while. Then after a while, everything goes, oh, Gilded Goose. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. And I think that's the vibe I get right now. And I don't understand this whole weird panic where people are like buying 1,000 rolls of toilet paper. Nice giant little showcase frame. There's weird things like that. I just don't understand. Like what? Why? There's no shortage of paper goods. Those factories, most of them are automated. You don't even need many employees to run them. I don't really understand the deal is with that. So there's definitely some weird things going on out there with a lot of emotion. Hush money coming through. Mythic foil rare #2. That's very nice. So, it's funny how Throne of Eldraine doesn't even feel new anymore, because that's how we're wired. Because, after a couple months, it's like, oh, it's an old set. Nobody cares. I want to just give everybody a quick reminder here. Let me throw everybody a flash to the past here. Anybody remember December of 2019? You know what happened in December 2019? Wizards ran out of Throne of Eldraine. In the entire holiday season, most stores in the Magic world got clobbered. No fancy release, and the newest, most successful product, Throne of Eldraine, during the holidays, was completely underprinted, out of stock, and not available for 5 weeks. And a lot of people were angry. I lost a lot of patrons. People were angry and frustrated, saying what's going on, this and that. And the reason I'm bringing that up right now, everyone, is because it shows that the people who focused on that short-term moment, it didn't work out good. It was a bad decision. And that's the reason I'm bringing that up. Because if you think about it, where are all those people now? Are they really upset about Throne of Eldraine that wasn't available for a couple weeks during the holidays? Nobody could control it. And here we are months later. Nobody cares. Throne of Eldraine is available. It's in stock at every distributor. It's all over eBay. Creepy Rudy, $79.99 shipped. Shameless Rudy shill for himself. No issues with running out anytime soon. And it's just kind of funny, though. People get so wrapped up in a moment. They lose focus and they lose sight of the bigger, more important long game. Also known as stay the course. And that's where we are right now. Different topic. Now we're talking about a whole different bio thing, and the economy and shutting down, and whole different animal. But the principle is exactly the same, everybody. The principle and the importance of staying focused. Boom! Questing beast. And that's what I need. I need a 3-headed, looks like a peanut butter nut there. That is what. And wow, another. Is that our 3rd foil rare? Okay. Wow. Great box. Not bad. Gilded Goose, Questing Beast, very solid. Once Upon a Time. Give us a nice Oko with a new leaf, and we're good to go. Harmonious Archon. There we go. Mythic number 3. So the reason I'm bringing stories like this up is because it's important for people to remember. Because people don't. We're so wired for instant gratification short term that many Americans and people around the world, they lose sight of the greater good, the greater challenge, and the greater kind of goals and struggles and things you should kind of reach out for to better yourself and your life and your family. And that's what happens. And I like to bring this up because I knew when that December thing happened and I was getting these nasty messages, lost a lot of patrons angry at me because I couldn't provide the product. And I told everybody, please stay calm and remember, Wizards is going to fix it. They've said there's plenty coming. They apologized for the delay. They told the distributors, hang in there. Sorry, we screwed up. They had so many products in the works. There was a mistake. And it came from the high up level. And, as predicted, I told everybody 90 days later, no one's going to remember and no one's going to care. And here we are, 90 days later, middle of March. And guess what? Nobody cares about the shortage of Throne of Eldraine from December to January. Nobody cares. And that's the thing. But in that moment, it was like the most important, craziest thing ever. And that is an important life lesson, everybody. When you crack packs, you think about money, value, long term, what your strategy is for yourself and your family. Wow, another servant. These are great. Wow, this is a solid box. If we could get one more good mythic, it'd be a home run box. Not bad at all, Ryan. Not bad, man. But that's where we're at. And I just thought it was a nice time to bring up the info. As we, like I said, this is like video like 31 out of like 34. There's only a couple Throne of Eldraine box openings left, and then you guys are never even going to see it again for years. So I like to enjoy this, and I like to share these stories on videos like this because I think it's very important to remember where we came from and what actually happened. Because as time marches forward, these type of stories and these type of problems just dissipate. They disappear into the darkness. And nobody's going to ever remember the December 2019 Magic card shortage of standard product. No one's going to remember. I'm the only idiot that's going to remember in the future and talk about, hey, Pepperidge Farm. You remember when this happened? Oh, Pepperidge Farm remembers. And it's funny because I knew during that time period, when everybody was frustrated and going through that, I knew it really was an ill-important, non-really big deal. But Circle of Loyalty for Mythic number 1, it's not a good Mythic to start off with. But I knew immediately, right when I found out that there was going to be no throne for a while, I knew there were going to be a handful of people that were just going to almost have a mental breakdown. They were going to get angry. They were going to start yelling on the internet. Very nice Murderous Rider. And they were just going to be very unhappy people. And you need to try to just rebalance yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. Don't let yourself get worked up. The stress and anxiety is very, unhealthy. Google long-term impacts of stress and anxiety. It's an unhealthy, dangerous thing. And that, wow, really? God, the foil rares. It's like our 5th foil rare. Dude, Ryan, you're going to have 6 or 7 foil rares in a 2-box opening. That is just bananas. All right, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. It's just one of those things where... So, I just knew, and I wish at the time when I try to talk about this, I wish other people would see that and kind of be open to a conversation during that December time period when I tried to discuss this topic. I even have videos on it. If you're a patron, you can see the old private messages posted on my Patreon. Go back to the December time period. And it's interesting to look back at that. And, I know there's not a lot of people watching these last few Throne videos. I'm sure the views are going to be pretty low. Still probably 10, 20,000 people. But still, You can really learn something from all this stuff. Even on these box openings, it's fun to watch Magic cards cracked, kind of get that urge to crack packs out of your system. And it's fun to have a life lesson with Creepy Rudy, because you can learn a lot by just paying attention. And that's very important, everybody. One of the most important things I've ever learned in my life is listening and just paying attention. Just watching other people. Just watch what the market does. People, Rudy, what do you think about this new set? Boom, great henge, finally. Okay, Mythic number 2. Rudy, what do you think of this set? What do you think of that? I said, you know, I like the product, but let's wait and sit back in the dark, creepy corner of the basement, and let's watch everybody else duke it out. Let's watch everybody else kind of try to evaluate the product. Let's see if the market accepts or rejects the product. Oh, another castle. And that's really the key. That's the most important thing you can do. And that's something that a lot of the amateurs and the people that used to attack me, oh, Rudy's always manipulating the market and trying to move things. And the only true manipulation that I really wanted to do, and I did on this channel in 4 years, was Bazaar of Baghdad, where I told people I bought a ton, which was true. And that was really the only time, just to do a test on YouTube, just so we could all learn from the experience. Besides that, overall, the most important thing you can learn is not trying to buy out and manipulate the market. Hey, Robber of the Rudy. Here we go. Mythic number 3. Very nice. The most important thing is not the buyouts. It's not trying to manipulate Magic card prices. The most important thing is to sit back and watch and listen. Watch what other people are doing. Watch what the hype is. Watch what people forgot about. Gilded Goose. Very nice. That is more important to learn from, to invest, to plan your future with your loved ones, your job, your career, manage your income and your outflow. To really sit back and just listen and think and say, okay, what's long term? If I do A, B, and C, long term, what is that going to do? Okay, so long term, what if I just save an extra $100 a month? Well, Rudy, I don't have $100 a month. Well, then stop wasting the money on the small impulse things where you always tell yourself, oh, it's just $2. Oh, it's just $4. Oh, it's just $1. Ah, my favorite Starbucks drink's only $4.50. It's no big deal. Well, it kind of is. If you're having conversations about money and like that, I love that mountain. If you're having those conversations, then clearly it is. Because if it wasn't a big deal, you would never stop to think and kind of analyze it. It's clearly a big deal. Ooh, nice Emery. If you're thinking about that kind of stuff, then it's your subconscious telling you that, I don't know, I'm a little concerned. It's your conscious. That's kind of the whole consciousness. That's the point of it. It kind of tries to warn you and kind of internally, that little voice internally, which sometimes is accurate and sometimes it's not. And you learn a lot. Magic Mirror for Mythic number 4, everybody. So I think today, as we approach the end of Throne, everybody's starting to lock down. The world's kind of coming to an end in the short term before the world sparks a new revolution or whatever's going to happen. Who knows? But it's important to kind of take the time, not as negative. Take the time to get things you wanted to get done around the house. Some of you out there always want to write something, design a game, write a book. You always want to go through that closet or the garage. You always want to do something. Well, don't sit there and watch the TV all day and yelling and the world is ending and panicking. Why don't you actually leverage that time to do things you've been wanting to do for many years? Fabled Passage, finally! Oh my goodness, didn't think we were going to get a single Fabled today. Sorry. And I think that's kind of something you could really learn. Oh, that girl and that creepy eyes, that's crazy. That foil always gets me. So that's about all I have to say today. I hope everybody learned something. I hope when the video ends, wow, once upon a time again, wow. That's fantastic. I just hope when the video ends, you remember the lesson for longer than a couple minutes. Oh, Oko in the close with the nice leaf. Wow. Unbelievable. Mythic number 5. We did end up with a great henge, a robber, and an Oko. Oh, what a great ending, everybody. Love Struck Beast Showcase. And another foil, a 6th foil rare. You got the same foil rare twice. Ryan, thank you very much for being a very kind patron. I apologize sincerely for making you wait so long to get this video done. And there's a couple people after you on the end here that have waited so long because we had that extra 45 delay during the December, January from product. So thank you very much for your patience. And everybody out there who still actually watched the end of these videos, just remember, things are never as bad as they seem. But at the same time, when things are good and you're happy, they're never as good as they seem. The human psyche always operates under the rubber band theory. The harder you pull things down, and man, we're pulling down right now, everybody. We're all in the ship, the water level's dropping, and all the ships are going to go down. And remember, the harder you take a rubber band and you pull it downwards, the more that rubber band wants to pull back up. Because you never give up. I know there's people out there going through some tough stuff. You never, ever give up. Sometimes you don't understand why bad things happen, but sometimes you need to go through the bad things to develop your mind to take on the bigger things in the future. I've been there. I've been wiped out. I've been through the '08 thing. I've lost it all, man. And trust me, you have to, and I never understood why it happened, but you gotta stay the course because it will turn you into an amazing person.